If you're going to spend time pumping, you might as well do it right. There are countless of brands and products out on the market, and you want to make sure that you're getting the one that's going to help you with achieving your breastfeeding goals and maximizing your milk production. In this video, I'm going to be going over my top recommended pump and how you can actually obtain one. The one pump I would recommend is getting a hospital grade pump, and specifically you have two options under the brand Medela. Medela has the Medela Symphony, and they have the discontinued brand Medela Latina. Now, you can get either one from different people at this point still, but just because it's discontinued doesn't mean that it's any less effective, and we'll dive into that in just a minute. But Medela is literally the OG brand when it comes to breast pumps. They've been in the game for over 60 years. They have top technology, and science has gone into the development of their pumps, and their machines are just top grade. Both the Medela Symphony and the Medela Latina are hospital grade. They are a double electric pump, and they both have a closed system. And all of these are really important, and I'll explain what each one of these terms mean. Hospital grade is when it is used in hospitals. This is literally what they will fill hospitals with when it comes to having breast pumps on hand, because they are the ones that are going to be the most reliable, the most efficient, and have the longest lifespan, and they can be multi-user, which means that you can have more than one person be able to use the pump with different pump parts, of course, but be able to use that pump and it still be able to be in full functioning use. You don't have to worry about wear and tear the same way. These are literally made of steel. Not really, but they are made to last and are really, really well known for being the most supportive when a mom is trying to be able to maximize milk output from pumping. So a double electric pump means that both breasts can be pumped at the same time, versus certain pumps that are not double-sided. They might only let you do one side at a time, and instead the double electric is when it will hook up and pump from both sides simultaneously. And lastly, a closed system is really important because that prevents the milk from being able to enter the machine, and it goes actually from being pumped out of you right into the bottle, so that way it keeps it clean and sanitary. So all three of these elements are what makes this pump the best choice when it comes to trying to increase your milk supply. Here's the downside. They are extremely expensive. Like I mentioned before, the Latina has been discontinued, so you can't get that one anymore, but the Symphony is well over $2,000. Unfortunately, this is really unaffordable for most people, and insurances will not cover this pump, but you have an option. These pumps are rentable from various lactation providers and even hospitals in your area, and I'm gonna show you how you can find one. So what you're gonna do is go to Medela's website and then go to their location finder. Enter your zip code, the distance you're willing to go, and make sure lactation professional and rent are both checked to give you all of your options within your area, and all of these places will have usually the option to rent a pump. You might need to make a few calls and shop around, but as long as they have a Medela Latina or Medela Symphony, you're good to go. Often a lot of these places will have packages for different lengths of time to rent the pumps for. If you are unfortunate enough to not have anything in your area where you can get it that day or next day, I will show you a website as well where you can go and rent the pump online, and it will be shipped to you. This is within the United States, but if you rent this pump, they have different packages, and so you can get an idea roughly of what pricing might look like for you. So you can see here on their website, they have 3 packages, 1 month at $80, 3 months at $210, and 5 months at $320. Now keep in mind, these prices I'm looking at do say that these are the sales prices of when I'm recording this. The $80 1 month package says it usually goes for $95 a month, but it's only $15 more, so it's still gonna be in that same rough ballpark. This does not include shipping, however. When I factored in shipping to California, it was a $30 shipping rate for me, so keep that in mind when selecting your package. A mom's milk supply will continue to increase with normal circumstances between 6 to 12 weeks postpartum. So after that 12-week mark, it doesn't make sense to keep using this pump if your goal is to increase your milk production. You can use a normal pump that your insurance will cover. It's $150, $200 versus this $2,000 pump. And it also depends on what your goals are. If you plan on doing a 1 week, 2 week pumping sprint, the 1 month might be perfectly acceptable for what your goals are. But if you want to go a little bit longer, then go for the 3 months if you're looking at that 2 to 3 month window of trying to use this continuously while you're trying to get your supply to where you are wanting before it regulates. So all that to say, the maximum opportunity of time for you to use this is within the first 3 months postpartum. All of these resources on how to rent one of these pumps will be linked in the description below. Now, I want to be clear, if your goal is to increase your milk supply, then a good pump is a game changer. However, if you're struggling with a low milk supply, it may not have anything to do with the type of pump you're using. In fact, there are various conditions that can contribute to a low milk supply, and those have to be tackled and addressed First, if your goal is to try to increase your milk supply. If you want an extensive list on the different things that can contribute to a low milk supply, I have a free guide for you that you can also grab in the link below. If you want to know how to save more time while trying to increase your supply, click or tap on my next video where I show you how to both breastfeed and pump at the same time.